Hello and welcome everyone to another fantastic Saturday here on the Exploding Dice channel. My name is Astrin and I am your host and dungeon master for the evening as I fix these alerts. Welcome to another episode of Writhing Moon, our open legend horror campaign here every week. We have a great show for you guys tonight, but before we dive into all of that, why don't we say hello to our cast? As you can see, one of who is not here. She will be shortly, but till then, how are you doing, guys? It's been a little while.
Oh, yeah, good.
Terrified and mildly aroused.
Only mildly? I'm not doing my job properly enough. How are you guys in chat doing? If you have not already, please hit that retweet link. Dice Thulu has it for you right there. What's going on? Firebringer, Brams, Balrathian, Dice Rolling Mama, how are you guys doing? And welcome, I don't know how to pronounce that name, Eltanin Z, for following. Welcome to the madness, my friends. As you guys know, I will announce things before the stream starts, but during the stream, in order to preserve the atmosphere here, I will not be reading out followers or donations. We'll save those till the end, so we can all stay immersed. But welcome back. Before we get into things, why don't we go over a couple quick announcements? The first, hold on, let me turn this audio down because I think this might be drowning me out. The first announcement of which is we have our May giveaway is officially underway. It's been underway for a little while. As you guys know, we like to host a really awesome giveaway every month. Big stuff going into the hands of you guys, just to thank you for hanging out. Our good friend Suddenly Pandas, a friend of mine from Encounter Roleplay, won the Yawning Portal giveaway, so I have that in the other room. As he's getting a Yawning Portal book, a player's handbook, a Wormwood Gaming dice chest, and some other goodies. This month, however, as Dice Thulu will happily tell you, we are giving away a full box of Dwarven Forge dungeon tiles. It's something like 38 pieces of dungeon tiles for you there, as well as, because we hit our first stretch goal of 100 retweets on that, I have added in some Dungeon Master screen, I've added in some other cool DM tools, a dice box, some dice, a lot of other goodies for you. And because we hit 200 retweets, I added in $100 worth of Reaper Bones miniatures. So if you're a DM winning all of that Dwarven Forge stuff, you're gonna have some minis to use for your monsters and to make your players cower in fear. And if we actually I think we're about 230 and change retweets on that, so if we hit 300, I will be adding more Dwarven Forge to it. So it's a really awesome giveaway. If you haven't already, hit that link. If you're already following the channel and you're following the Twitch, then you have like free entries, so just go claim them. Of course, GameWith subscribers get an extra bonus 10 entries to every giveaway every month. That's !Wisp, and you can subscribe for just $5 a month. You get all kinds of cool benefits. You get ways that you can affect the game through natural 20s advantages, and you also get extra entries on the giveaway, as well as a Discord rank and all that good stuff. So if you want to support the channel even more, consider doing that. Speaking of supporting the channel, during the game you guys can affect various things with donations. The list of ways and the link to do it is down below. I believe I changed it out. I have to go. Can someone just check to see if the donation banner link has been changed? Because I don't know if I remembered to change it. But yeah, you can donate to give natural 20s advantage, disadvantage, or you can have one of the players pull a tarot card to decide something that will happen in their future, or you can affect the game in even larger ways, and we, of course, appreciate all of that. that is, I think, going to be the majority of the announcements for now. So why don't we go ahead and introduce our players, because we need to remind ourselves of what happened last week on the Writhing Moon. And we'll start with you, Speedy.
Yes, hello, my name is Speedy, or Not So Speedruns, and today I'm going to be playing Felix Haskell. He's a priest of the White Church who's gone through a lot in his life, and, well, he's not quite the same man that he once was. He has a little problem where whenever he sees blood, he goes off on a bit of a rage and can't quite control himself from just slashing and slashing at anything and anyone in sight. Which is problematic in a world so filled with blood and flesh torn about. So that is what I'll be playing today. He's been slowly going more and more insane as we've encountered and unraveled the secrets of this world. And so lately he's been downtrodden or almost silent in some cases, just seems to have lost a good bit of hope. But we'll see how he manages to survive today, if he manages to survive today.
All right. And what about you, Din?
What's up, everybody? I'm Din Money Online. I will be playing Ulrich the White, sent to bring justice to this cursed city. Who knows who sent him? Maybe it was himself. But he definitely wants to bring the pain of God onto these horrible, horrible people. Whew. So it's going to be exciting. My character is a barbarian class, so look forward to that. Using a great sword, it's going to be really good.
Awesome, awesome. And last on the list for today, but not forever, is 4. Who are you playing today?
I'm glad you asked. I'll be playing Gurney Abel. Gurney Abel is a young urban enthusiast, we'll call him. His official title could be closest to a cartographer of sorts. He has a fascination with the city of Palemore, and as such, also a new fascination on the blood-crazed mayhem that is eating his beloved city inside out, literally. And kind of himself, too, because his insides are muddled a bit. There's some acrid, gaseous, mucousy, necrotic, lots of disgusting adjectives I could use, but he has a fistula that has basically become a thing of utter rot and ruin that he can project and attack with, but also it's beginning to take its toll on him, eating away at his chest until it's literally a movie theater into his I really don't want to look in there, so I'm gonna stop there, and we'll just enjoy the Alabaster District. Get your popcorn.
All right. And as always, sorry, I was just writing some Discord posting around. As always, we enjoy the company of Lisa Lee, but she is stuck in traffic, so hopefully she will be here in just a bit. But let's dive into our recap. Before we do, I want to remind you guys that all of the not what you're hearing right now, but in just a bit, all of the amazing ambiance and sound effects that you guys will hear are courtesy of our friends over at Sirenscape, and they do horror very well, and we've been enjoying their support and their sound effects. As always, remember guys, every donation and subscriber goal that we hit, we will have a giveaway at the end of the show. So, where did we leave off? Now, this might take a little bit of remembering because we didn't play last week. But we began, I'm trying to remember exactly where, we began in the clinic of one woman named Guinevere, a place that the party has determined to be safe, and they had actually brought this young girl, now an orphan, her parents taken by the beastly plague. They brought her to Guinevere to be taken care of. You also brought for inspection something that Gurney had found in the dream realm, in the house in the middle of the graveyard. It was some strange fleshy tentacle or bit of entrail or something that was covered in eyeballs. And as he kind of saw some things through this that he probably was not meant to see. You had some conversation with Guinevere. You learned a few things, that she was apparently using Felix's blood to possibly create a cure of sorts, but you don't really know much about that. Do you remember what else you talked about with her?
Didn't we leave her the girl?
Yes, you
We
did.
did leave Abigail with her.
Or Felix was talking to her too much. I remember that. That's what was happening.
Felix is a bit
Trying to-
dependent on her influence, we'll just say.
Yeah.
She had the uncanny ability to calm me down, apparently.
Yeah, you had some interesting conversations with her, but eventually you decided that you could not stay here forever and you had other business to attend to, so you left the safe embrace of Guinevere's shop. Hold on 1 second, I'm gonna turn that down just a bit. You left the embrace of Guinevere's shop, and you decided to travel elsewhere in the city to find answers. Rather than head back underground to seek the vivisectionist Jeramon, you decided to head towards the Alabaster District to seek out Magistrix Ileana and find out what she may know. This is a district that is fairly unknown to most in this group, and the only way that you knew you could figure out to get there, to avoid the dangers on the streets, was to pass through the sewers of Palemore. The sewers which contained many dangers, many twisting and turning passages, and as you headed towards the large cistern that would allow you passage up onto the hill that held the Alabaster District, you found something lurking in the sewers, a giant porcine animal, a pig that was apparently overtaken by some sort of parasitic creature that had grown out of its body and was basically piloting it like a strange parasite on a host. You fought bravely with this thing. Actually, it was a fairly grisly fight, but eventually you were able to slay this creature, tearing it to pieces. And not you being a little bit damaged in the process, you eventually clambered out of the sewers and arrived in the Alabaster District. And as you discovered, this district, unlike the rest of them, is surprisingly alive. You see lights dancing and flickering, curtains drawn in many of the towers and the buildings here, but the rooms are not empty. The streets are empty. Sorry, I dropped something. But the buildings appear to be full of life, as here and there the rich, those seeking distraction and pleasure, seem to be content to while away the night and ignore the horrors that go on outside of their windows. And as you pass through these streets, unsure of where to go, you knocked on one of the first doors that you saw, and you were greeted by a woman of the night, shall we say, who you convinced, with the help of Vesper, you convinced her to let you in, even though she is not servicing tonight or on nights of the hunt. You convinced her that you are people that she should know, And so she opened the door for you against her better judgment, it seems, and we left things with you gazing upon the darkened entry chamber, seeing a woman in a red dress with a strange mask on her face. And that was where we left things off. So that is where we will return things. So if you'll just give me 1 second. I'm going to take 1 second to set up my music, but while I'm doing this, do you guys want to go around real quick? And actually, we did that already. So, yeah, so we're going to, I guess, if you guys want to remind us of any details, anything that happened or anything you'd like to bring up before we dive right in.
Okay, so we're clearing the place out. All
right.
right.
Ulrich just for a sword. What? All right.
There's sinful women in there.
Yeah. He's like on sin overload right now. Like he almost doesn't know what to do. It's like too many. I'm gonna need a bigger sword.
Oh.
Oh god.
Haven't we all had that problem?
Haven't we all?
Oh gosh. It's usually full size.
So we've walked into this brothel. We've been greeted by this woman with a strange mask, and the reason that we were able to get in was because they were looking for some sort of pleasure. They were looking for an item, and that item that we offered them was blood. It was pure blood that we had been tasked with delivering to the queen.
By Lord Simon!
By Lord Simon. Allegedly.
Okay.
By the strange instance of Lord Simon that we saw, who strangely disappeared. As if in a dream.
Yeah, we're learning things about Lord Simon that are not okay. And more so, the queen, she's not okay too. I think the purpose that we came here was to find I think it's the red brothel? The red brothel, I think. That's the reason we came.
It's not this brothel.
It's not this brothel, but it's the one that we're looking for, because that is where we will find the the consort of Mr. Simon.
Mm-hmm.
Her name, I'm looking for it right now.
I want to say Ileana.
Ileana, the Majestic.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I don't know what kind of party she's throwing, but I can guarantee you.
But you know what that means? We're going to at least 2 brothels.
At least.
It's a okay. Everybody, get ready. We're gonna have the most terrifying pub crawl you have ever seen.
Let's take the most of it. Yeah. Oh gosh.
I'm the DD. I'll drink the water.
Ulrich puts his cross on the inside of his shirt, like, don't look at what I'm about to do, baby Jesus.
Do not tempt me, woman.
All right. Let me just check.
I guess Ulrich is kind of, maybe he's just looking around for that one leader, the Ebony Legion chick. She'd be partying here. Oh, we don't know her name though.
Yeah, you did not actually catch her name. Yeah. So as you guys are standing in this, like, in the doorway, you see this woman. She is dressed in red, and she has a full mask on her face. The mask is, for the most part, expressionless. The eyes are black. And it seems to be sort of a very rounding, like a mask that kind of rounds out the face with some sort of, her hair is kind of coiffed with various bits of what look like metal they glimmer and kind of in the moonlight. But she's standing there a few feet back from the door, and she says, "Well, don't stand out in the cold. You don't want to let in the draft or the smell."
Forgive us, my lady. I'll come
How
in
does it
and
smell in here, by the way?
Oh yeah.
Inside?
This place probably smells heavily incensed.
As you kind of step inside, you kind of you get a whiff of a very sort of heady, pungent scent. There is definitely incense mixed in, but it's like a heavy scent of perfume and potpourri, as well as bitter herbs, and just sort of a faint aroma of probably mildering decay.
Oh,
So like the incense we know, like the repellent incense mixed with kind of all the party goers, kind of.
Yeah, perfume.
Yeah, so I'm guessing. Okay.
At
Least I got the same kind.
however, smell like sewers. Mostly.
Do you have anywhere we could wash up? Yeah. This was a white cloak. It was supposed to be a white jacket. It's brown now. Deep brown.
I won't know. Oh boy, it smells better than Gurney, I guess.
So yeah, you guys are not in great shape. You have blood and sewage and mud all over your clothing.
Yeah, we should ask her if we could wash up.
Do you have a spare bag?
Oh, where's the toilet?
She's she kind of stands back a bit. She says, "Well, I think we probably have a few ladies here who would not mind seeing you cleaned up."
Great! And Gurney will be the first to step inside. I do not look at any of these wily masks that they're wearing. Now, are the masks like just blank, or are they just sort of decorative, like eye holes and whatnot?
Give me 1 second, and I will try and find one.
It's like Eyes Wide Shut.
Oh.
You start understanding.
Oh man.
Oh,
if you don't know what that scene is, or the movie we're referencing, you are in for a treat.
Yeah. The mask is
it's like the picture from
yes.
Twitter. Oh god.
I see.
No, not really. This mask is more let me see if I can find a decent image of it.
It's like masquerade-y.
Yeah, give me 1 second.
Like the thing from Spirited Away.
No, not really.
Okay.
That has
round expressionless.
It doesn't sound very fun.
Either of them sound
Using that
possible. Jesus, it's all close up. God damn it.
Yeah.
You had to throw it in high res.
Oh.
That's kind of what the mask looks like.
That is unsettling.
Is it made of blood?
No, it appears to be made of some sort of ceramic or porcelain.
Oh, well, that's very well done, I would say.
She looks lovely, Felix thinks.
You cannot hide your sins with a mask. I'm all like looking at her and I'm seeing that trying to be brave.
She's looking like, again, it's completely expressionless on your end, yeah.
Well, what does the interior of this party house look like?
So I'm gonna kind of move you, if you guys move down, downwards to about here.
Oh, thank you.
Petals everywhere.
Oh, wow.
Let me move these away. You can kind of get an idea. So as you sort of step into this chamber, there is it is dimly lit by candles, but there are couches, there are tables, there are red curtains and carpets all over the floors here, and you are not alone. You see she is kind of leading you through the house, and you can see many of the corners sort of on the pillows and on the couches are people. There are groups of women. Here and there you can see men. Most of them appear to be wearing masks of some sort. And they seem to be in various states of relaxing. Some are clearly enjoying what looks like something to eat or drink. Some are just sort of talking and laughing. Others are engaging in more carnal acts.
Oh!
They.
Ooh, it's carnival.
Gurney just immediately.
Felix just kind of looking around nervously, not trying to avoid eye contact with everyone, but also kind of intrigued.
I think Ulrich's just wide-eyed, like, what the, like, this, like,
This is
he
more
doesn't
than...
want to look. He can't look away though.
Oh man, please don't go teenage Ulrich in here. We don't know what will happen.
All right.
That's a good idea. Yeah. Like, just, like,
This is
he
more
doesn't want to
than...
look. He can't look away though.
Oh man. Oh dear, please don't go teenage Ulrich. Ooh, Haley, I think we're echoing.
I know, I muted it.
Oh. Whoa.
Well,
I was like, did they just say the same thing exactly over again, or am I going crazy?
Ooh.
it was that funny. Yeah.
How is it going, Lisa?
It's good, it's good.
We are, we have already gotten started, so I'm just cropping cameras right now. But you guys can continue.
Just in time for the party.
Yes, you've just walked into the party.
I heard.
We haven't approached any cliques yet. We're just scanning the area, and whew, it's a lot to take in.
Ah,
It's
avert your eyes.
Yeah.
Immediately.
Unless you're into that stuff.
Well, you know.
Yeah. Or fill out your dance card, whatever you...
Yeah, nobody's gonna judge you here.
No, no, yes. No, no, yes. No, no, no.
Felix is gonna timidly look at this woman who let us in and say, what pray tell was your name?
She says, "Oh, how rude of me. I'm Adeline. And who are you?"
I'm Felix. I'm a priest.
She says, "Not in here, you're not."
I have to disagree. I'm a priest wherever I go. Although, I have to say our ideas of pleasures of the flesh might be a bit different.
She
You get many priests in here.
she kind of leans in. She says, "Well, there's a lot of girls in this part of town that are willing to do a lot of things to earn a man's coin. You can pay, right?"
Right now, I think we're just looking for baths and directions. If you catch my meaning.
She says, "Well, how long you planning on staying? We don't normally open our doors on a night like tonight, but well, you made such a generous offer. I know the mistress of the house would like to speak with you, but will you plan on rooms here? Will you need company?"
Well, you're our host. You would know the answers to that better than any of us, I think.
She says, "Oh, I can think of a few things you might need, but I don't know what you're willing to spend."
No company's fine. We've got enough people with us in our group. Thank you, though. Jesus Christ, guys, what are you even thinking?
Well, no, you're right.
Actually, yeah. Can I like whisper to you guys, like, hey, do we really want to be looking around the queen's blood anymore, because I'm ready to just toss it out. I don't want to keep it. If it can buy us like a couple nice baths, and maybe some. Do we need sleep, by the way? I don't. I think it's been a while.
I don't think we can go to sleep here.
Do we
think
get
it's
tired
flip-flops,
enough to
right?
sleep?
Yeah. We
I
could be
think-
sleeping right now for all we know.
Don't mess with me.
I mean, sorry.
like
Well,
that.
that was out of character. I said that out of character. I don't want to freak you guys out.
I
wouldn't say
know.
that out of character. we need to keep very close track of that. So, yeah, I shouldn't
Okay.
even joke about it. I'm
Yeah, I
sorry.
think we just need baths, and
Yeah,
we just need directions, and we just need maybe some influence.
Yeah, let's
But
stay
the
for a
first
night, learn what we
two
can.
are top priorities right now.
Yeah, just one night, one room. We want to get cleaned up before we meet the host to thank her for letting us in.
Yeah.
She
And I just flick some sewer mud on her as I flick my jacket.
she kind of nods her head and she says, "Have you brought your own masks, or will you be needing them?"
Gurney has brought his own mask. Gurney is wearing it right now. He has not taken it off.
For what reason would we need masks?
I don't need to hide myself.
I apologize if I'm not familiar with the customs of these sort of houses.
She you hear kind of a muffled chuckle behind her own ceramic face, and she says, "Well, it's bad manners to see someone's face in the midst of such deeds as go on."
I'll take a mask.
Likewise.
So it's a matter of propriety in the middle of debauchery. It's quaint.
She says, "Well, I mean, everyone here is respectable folk in their own way."
Yeah, maybe it's best we're not seen here. I'll try to whisper to my companions. It's like, three of y'all cheapest but not too bad looking masks.
She says, "I'll have some brought over after your bath. Will you need attendants, or will you be able to find your own part?"
The needs and wants are two separate answers.
I would love an attendant, male or female. Thank you so much for the offer. Gladly, I'll accept your hospitality.
I'll take a little boy attendant, please.
No!
Well, man of the church and all that.
A rugged, handsome lad. If you please. I will say, do we get our choice?
I won't stop you from whatever turns your fancy.
All right, Felix, let's go.
You don't get your choice of me.
And
Little boys for all of us then. Let's go.
Don't listen to him. No, the rest of us won't be needing any attendance.
It's been a very, very long night. Forgive his humor, please. But do send your loveliest attendant to my room. Or to the baths. Thank you so much.
Actually, can I whisper to them really quick? Maybe we should get attendance. Maybe we could get information out of them. I don't know if that's what you whisper. Yeah, I finally got where you were going with that. Good idea. So,
She's just
my
gonna
order's still up.
she's just gonna kind of turn her head, and she says, "Right, well, it's just down this way. Clean yourself up as you can." And then she says, when you're finished, I assume our mistress will want to want to speak to you about your proposal in the in the parlor.
The parlor.
I do hope so. Thank you so much. Lovely.
As we walk away, I want to hang back for a second and say, could you give me an attendant with a bit more carnal of needs? Does it make
As she's walking past, she'll kind of like she just kind of drags a finger along your chin, and she says, I think someone might have found where they belong. As she kind of turns her head, like this kind of glassy, blank expression, just sort of looking you up and down, and then she just turns and keeps walking.
If you fit in here, you know there's something wrong with you, bro.
Look forward to my death.
I was out of character. I didn't hear that in character. Felix, keep up now.
Left me hanging.
Out of character.
Left me hanging.
Yeah, you have to do this. So you guys can make your way down if you'd like. You can make your way down this hallway, much like the rest of the walls here. The floor is sort of a tiled marble. The walls are most likely wood and stone, but they're covered in red silk drapery. There are paintings here and there of things that tender eyes probably should not be viewing. You can see there are occasionally you'll pass doors where you can hear noises coming from inside. Some of them sound like laughter of one or more people. Others sound a little bit less enjoyable. Others sound yet stranger. As you make your way down sort of where you were directed, eventually you will come to the hallway will turn and you will come to a large chamber. The chamber itself is sort of full of steam, and you can see the walls are draped with these kind of transparent cloths, and in each corner there appears to be a statue of a woman. Each statue is nude but is wearing a mask, and they're just sort of standing there like holding jugs of water. Each of these statues draped in cloth, and in the center of the room is sort of a large sunken bath with steam coming off of it.
Is this one bath for all of us, or?
Seems to be a fairly large communal affair.
Oh boy.
I was hoping for some more privacy.
What's the matter? You've never seen a naked old man before.
Actually, yeah.
Start
Gurney
disrobing.
does want to say, do you have anything more private?
Who are you gonna say that to?
Is there anyone around? There's an attendant coming in, isn't there?
I don't know. Well, I mean, you're alone now.
Okay.
Dang it.
Oh, we're alone now.
I guess I'll. Are there?
What's taking you guys so long?
Stop it, Ulrich. Get in your bath. I guess
Gentlemen,
I'll go up
as you please.
I'll go
and I'll
up to
avert
the
my eyes.
nearest, obvious. Where's the nearest employee? Where's your manager?
I guess let's just go in. Attendants will be along in a bit.
All right, then. I guess Gurney just lets loose and he just shows everyone his horrible, gaping, whatever. Yeah, everybody immediately gets out.
Um,
And I
Hey,
just took
Gurney,
that and
you
I
got
just
the,
dumped myself in it.
Yeah, Gurney, you got the little hole right here.
I'm taking care of it.
I'm more
Okay.
concerned about you all getting clean than talents like that. But
Don't you have
You
an
all get-
attendant to grill?
I do. Where is she?
Clap your hands like
Waiting.
this.
Come on in, the
No,
water's
I am going to
fine.
look. I'm going to look for. Is there a bell pull? Is there a bell to ring? A bell pull?
You don't
Is there a-
you don't see any. Are you guys are you just sort of waiting outside of the bath? Or are you all getting in?
no, I think
I'm
all
definitely in.
of us except
Ulrich really
Vesper.
wanted to get clean.
Yeah, Felix will kind of meekly like take his clothes off, trying to like hide himself like as much as he can before getting into the water. Like his shirt isn't completely off until he's waist deep pretty much. But if you look closely, you can see scars all along his back.
That's sad. Do I start to sink when I get into the bath because of my hole?
I don't know. Why would you? Is that a thing that would happen?
It's a bath. It's you kind of.
Am I buoyant?
I assume so.
Right?
No, not anymore. I just start blah 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 blah.
Is Vesper joining them, or is Vesper still waiting?
I'm going to still wait.
Okay.
I'll
Give
look
them
away.
some privacy and let the
Okay.
boys have their cleanup. And I do want to actively looking for a way to find an attendant.
Okay.
Or find, if they're leaving us alone on purpose, I want to see if there are there listening holes? Are there murder holes? Are there...
You're
That's a good idea. Yeah,
do you
scout
want
it.
to like walk the perimeter and take a look?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Um,
Well, they're...
Murder holes.
Roll me a perception check.
I have to...
Roll a perfection check.
Ah! It didn't do it. Hold on. There we go. There we go. All right. Slow computer.
Don't worry. This is a good spot for us to wait. It's very relaxing.
Oh yes.
I can feel the wrinkles wafting away.
Oh, that's not good.
No, you like you kind of start walking around, and here, let me just sort that out. As you start making your way around the perimeter of this room.
Oh, but I have a D6. Wait, I have a D6.
Okay, add it on. No. No. What you will kind of start, like, I guess the best you get is you kind of peek behind one of these sort of transparent curtains to sort of look at the wall beyond. And just as you're doing this, you kind of notice something out of the corner of your eye. As you guys are all in the bath, the 4 gray statue-like figures in each of the corners take 4 steps in perfect sync forward, and each of them sort of stop at the edge of the bath and pour the jug of water into the tub. And then they sort of slowly lift it and then just stand there.
At this point, is it clear that they are not made of stone, or do they still look like stone?
I mean, you'd have to go up and look, but
I'm gonna
They-
go up and touch
I'm
one of the
looking.
legs.
I'll definitely look at that.
Caress a leg.
Should we roll perception, or do we can just...
no, you can kind of,
Ooh.
you can get,
Okay, I'll swim over there.
it looks like this is a person who has been painted to look like stone.
Oh, that's sexy.
Yeah, that's really, if Ulrich...
Wow.
He can't say it out loud, but yeah, that's pretty sexy.
That's sexy. And if my big old 6, I'm like, oh, these drapes are amazing. This is lovely. Oh, these stones. Oh, huh.
Ulrich's kind of snapping. I was like, wait, this is Palemore. No way is it getting sexy in here. I'm putting my guard back up. Ulrich kind of does the little like halfway in and starts doing the bubbles, like water.
So, since Gurney still has his mask on, can I go sort of like peer into the memories of some of these attendants as well as some of the, I guess, patrons to sort of see who this mistress is? I want to get some dirt on her before we meet her.
Yeah, who do you want to look into?
I want to look into who has the most attendance in this room, or is there a group?
It's just us.
Is
In
it
this
like-
room, right?
It's
And
just
the
you.
four
It's just you
statued
guys.
women.
Just
In
us?
the one bath.
Yeah.
Aw, gosh darn.
And then the 4 stone chicks.
I guess I'll look into the stone chicks then.
Okay.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Mind Dredge. I require. It's a power level. 1 sec.
What level do you have to cast at?
I do have to cast it. So 1d20 plus 2d6. I will tell you the DC I have to beat in just a moment.
Nice.
It's kind of bad.
You have to beat their will, right? Or
I
resolve.
think, but I actually think it's a power level that I have to beat.
Let me here. Hold on.
They're basically like slave chicks. I don't think they have a lot of will.
I mean, I don't know if they're even slaves at this point. They're kind of just
Magical
objects.
We don't know if are they enchanted objects or are they actually just
I was going to do it at power level
servants.
4, so I don't think I'll beat this.
Mind Dredge is,
At power level 4, is
it's versus their resolve if you're doing it against a person.
Oh.
No, no, because you're not doing it aggressively. I'll say it's a DC. So a power level 4 would be an 18.
18. I'm one off.
Yeah.
I'm just one off. That's okay though.
Damn.
All right. So as you kind of, as you're sort of in this bath, you kind of reach over towards your gear and pick up your little stone mask. You just kind of hold it up to your face. Yes.
I actually, Gurney hasn't taken it off since they left Guinevere's.
Okay. Well, in that case, you are in the bath with your mask on, and as you kind of look, you sort of stare at one of these female figures, and you just try and concentrate the best you can. You almost feel as if there's this strange haze. It's like your mind is kind of strange, like sluggish, cloudy, and not, it's hard to focus. You do kind of get a glimpse. You can't really dredge this person for thoughts, for specifics, but you can kind of get the surface level, and from what you can gather, there's not a whole lot going on.
Just the way I like them.
That's very sad. I pull out and I just very uncomfortably sink deeper into the bath.
All right.
Yeah, you're joining Ulrich with the bubbles now?
Yep. Except they're not coming out of my nose.
As you're sort of kind of sinking into the water and just taking into the surroundings around you, you guys hear some soft footsteps coming up the corridor, and you hear a voice from the doorway says, I was told someone here required some personal service. Is that the case?
What? Yes. Aye. Thank you so much.
You see sort of a fairly short young woman or young girl, red hair. Her face is mostly obscured by some sort of some sort of mask that looks like it is made from some kind of rags that have been like soaked in plaster or something like that, and so it's this really strange kind of crackly white mask with just one hole for an eye.
So it looks much different than the other beautiful masks we've seen.
The one that I don't know if you saw it, the one you saw that the woman was wearing is the one that here, I'll put this over here. This is the one that the woman that you came into is wearing.
Okay.
This woman is not wearing that.
Right. Hello. Call me Vesper. And you are?
She says, I'm Selfie.
Pleased to meet you. Pleased to meet you. We've obviously never been guests here. So can you please? I don't know your customs. I don't know who is here, and I don't want to put a wrong foot forward. So can you tell me anything about the guests here or the evenings? What's proper?
She kind of walks to the edge. You see, she's aside from her mask, she's wearing what appears to be a fairly nice like satin robe. It comes down to about her ankles. As she here, let me just turn this on. Hold on one second.
I love this place.
There we go. So she's sort of wearing this this robe, and she just walks to the edge of the bath and kind of kneels down. She says, "What would you like to know? We don't really share too much about other guests. It's a person's business is their own, but if you like talk, I would not mind if you were to purchase a room for us."
Oh, understandable. Well, that might be acceptable.
For all of us? All of us. Excuse me.
Bubbles. That might be acceptable. How do we go about reserving one? A suite, perhaps?
She says, "No offense, but everyone in this building has caught a whiff of you as you came in. I don't know how you got through the door, but I do doubt you have the coin among you to buy such a large room. I mean, not to offend."
No offense taken. I do understand. We are a motley crew, from what it appears. But we do have friends, and we do have...
God.
Keep bathing, dear. And we do have things to bargain with, I think. We have currency, and we have information. And I think that the lady of the house might like an audience.
She's gonna like his mask, and I point to Gurney.
I sink a little bit lower out of embarrassment.
I just throw him under the bus.
And I want to perceive the hell out of this girl.
Okay, what do you want to know?
I want to know if she's alive. I want to know if she is telling the truth. I want to know if she is who she says she is. Because if she's... Is she the lady of the house checking us out, or is she actually a servant?
Ooh, that's a crazy idea.
Sure. Roll me a
Some Padme
roll me a
stuff.
perception check.
Oh, dude, that's so twisted.
I mean, I was thinking since she is kind of a servant or whatever, maybe she'd be more likely to pop off the mask.
19.
This young girl is very small. She doesn't carry herself. You have enough experience in this area to know that she doesn't carry herself with enough confidence or poise to probably be particularly high ranking here. She's probably far too young to really have all that much responsibility or authority in this building.
How young?
It's hard to tell. Somewhere between 16 and 20, depending on how naturally small she is.
Big difference.
Sylphie, how long have you been employed here?
She says, I've since been making my profession near 3 years now.
3 years. So you've seen a good bit.
She says, not like this. People coming in wanting service, but without so much of an inkling as to what's going on. Everyone who comes through this door at least knows what they're looking for.
Well, you have us there. That's true. It's been odd times lately, eh? Odd times.
Yeah, what are they looking for when they come in here?
I poke up out of the water, just like shoulders, and I go, yeah, if you've been here this long, how far has it come? Was it as good as the Red Brothel back in the day?
Good question.
That was a good one. That was a nice slip.
Good question.
She
Play it cool.
She kind of sits back, like literally like sits down on the edge of the pool and kind of like you can see her kind of take on a strange affectation. It's not tense, but it's almost as if she's stopped sort of posing. And she kind of like looks around at you. She says, How come y'all come in on a night of the hunt? It's been so long since the door locked. No one with sense comes knocking on the street now. They're all shut up in their own parties or off in their houses, trying to keep safe. Where did you come from?
Perhaps it's time for a new regime in Palemore. Or a new wind, sorry. We're not gonna take over.
Are you bathing with your sword?
Yeah, sorry, I was
or
like, wait,
don't.
I guess
It's
I'll have to
gonna
hold it like on the
rust.
side, yeah.
I look at her and
now
I
it's
say,
gonna rust too.
we're just like anyone else in Palemore right now. We're swept up in events that we can't really understand. We're just trying to get by. We have a very weird, as I understand, group of friends. We have a priest, we have a holy warrior, we have the queen's own attendant in a fashion, and me.
Yeah, do you know anything about the Ebony Legion? Do you know who commands that?
I've never heard of it, but she kind of like leans on her hand. She says, "If you're not here for comforts, if you're not here for communion, then what are you here for?"
I'll be frank. We're looking for a particular woman.
It's quite a few of those.
No, there's only one. Her name is Ileana.
She kind of smiles a little bit. She says, I'm afraid the pleasures that you seek are a bit out of reach here.
Cryptic answer.
Well, not all our pleasures.
Then you can understand why we stopped by. We're not pleasure seekers. We're
Seekers
doers.
of truth.
We're doers of truth.
She kind of chuckles and sort of leans over the bath. She says, never met a man who wasn't a pleasure seeker. Women too. Everyone wears the masks because they like to pretend that when they leave, what they did behind the doors, behind the curtains, was far away, but you never notice the stains that get on your clothes.
Is that why you wear the mask?
Oh my.
She kind of cocks her head. She says, I'm just a humble girl of the night. I don't know what you're implying.
I'm saying, why don't you take off your mask?
She kind of, you see her kind of
Can you
cast.
compel her?
She kind of casts a glance like off towards the corner of the room. She says, I don't think that'd be wise for either of us.
I stand up out of the bath. And
Let's surround her.
I just say, you seem to drive up this immense story on people who come in here. They get secret pleasures and then they leave and pretend it never happened. It's such a fake life to live. It doesn't impact you or last. You wear that mask because it's safe, but then you make up the excuse that it's the thrill of the act in itself. Isn't the real thrill in knowing that you're not hiding from anyone or anything, even your own deviant tastes? If you really want that thrill, you take off that mask.
Can I have can we have kind of just walked around her, while she was talking to Gurney? Can I have used that to get out and start walking the other side of the room? I basically want to cut her off from leaving
Really?
if she tries to run.
You're both
Are we really doing this? It's just a mask.
Yeah, I don't want to intimidate her.
Okay, I have it. Or I hold out, I sort of gesture to the whole
It's
room
just
itself.
a mask, what's the problem?
Or is there someone who'd rather you stay hidden? Someone who'd rather you stay locked away in here?
So Ulrich, are you actually sort of beginning, even if you don't finish the sort of circling around, are you actually going to begin to start sort of moving in that direction?
Yeah, I could get up and kind of make it look like I'm going to get a towel or something and clean off. Yeah, I'll try to do it nonchalantly. Yeah.
Okay. She you see her kind of lean. She kind of leans back on her on her elbows, sort of chest in the air, just kind of looking very relaxed, and as she kind of casts a glance back between Vesper and Kearney. I don't know why I said that, and Ulrich, and she says, I've seen a lot of men come through these doors with violence in their eyes. I don't mind it.
Can I make
Violence in their eyes?
Challenge.
Can I make a persuasion check just to
Dang.
come on, just give us...
Yeah, sure you can.
Okay. Because I think I've done plenty of talking. I'd like
Yeah,
to see
absolutely.
some
Say
dice.
do it like she owes us because she's seen our identity. Now we need to even the score.
True. That's true.
That's a good point. Although
you take off your mask,
we kind of
you're still wearing
refuse.
yours, right?
We refuse the masks a little bit, so here we go. Okay. Exploding
Take it
6.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Exploding hot tub.
Total of 15.
Okay, that's a solid roll.
She kind of like, you see her sort of push herself up to her knees and then begin to stand up. She says, well, if you want to see my face so bad, just put a few coins on the table and let's find ourselves a nice private corner.
Okay. Yeah, okay, so out of character.
Gurney
sorry,
makes
so
a really
she's-
gross face.
Yeah, I think she's afraid someone's gonna walk in and see it.
If
So that's why I think she wants to see it a room.
That's up to you guys. Gotta do this now.
none of you
That
want
sounds
to
like house
oblige,
rules.
Alright, I'll go over to my old man coin person while I'm out of the hot tub. Alright. You guys can, if anybody wants to say anything else, I'll see if I have any money. I think I have some.
Gurney and Ulrich, I know you're not the types to want to spend much time with the woman of the night. If you'd prefer that I went, I could.
Oh, yeah, that's exactly what I want to do. Let you go alone with a bunch of freaky blood people. That sounds like a great idea, Felix. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I wasn't born
Felix.
yesterday.
Felix, are you just feeling really tense? Do you need, like, I can give you a back rub or something? Like, you know.
Gurney, I appreciate it, but that's
You know what? Hold
not
on.
the kind of relaxation I need. There is
Okay.
more wrong with this world than a back massage can cure.
You know what?
Okay.
Let
You go
Felix
do your
have
thing.
his
Yeah.
rest.
Hey,
You go
Gurney
do your
and
thing.
Vesper, my eyes are so old. Can you help me count this, like, coins? Hey,
Oh,
guys, maybe let's just let Felix go and we'll follow him.
Oh, aye.
Because he'll probably
Yes.
find out more than we would. You know, I mean, he's one of those freaky blood types. So I'll get him to talk about all kinds of stuff.
Okay, I lean in and I say, I think Felix needs to let loose for a while. Honestly, I'd rather it be here than out there when we need him.
Oh, that too. If it gets freaky, we won't listen anymore. Well,
No!
unless, yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
Well, Felix,
Good
come back.
idea.
We paid for it.
Yeah, you're the man, Felix. We trust you.
Okay. I appreciate it.
I'm not paying for it.
That was an odd thing to say, but enjoy the night, Felix.
Thank
Just
you.
remember,
I'm surprised.
God's
but
watching you.
God is always watching. I know.
It's loud.
He will be watching you. We won't be watching you, but he will be. Or she. We don't know.
In the meantime, I'm gonna finish my bath and I'm gonna try to ask for some new clothes because mine are just no.
Uh,
No.
go ahead.
I want to ask, see if I can ask as he's going for his clothes. I'm going to ask the statues. Can you help? Can you towels? Can you? Because do they just serve water, or are they also?
Serious.
They haven't moved.
Okay.
I look to you, Vesper,
all right.
and
Okay.
I
You
say,
need purpose.
Vesper, I tried peering into their minds. There's not
Nothing.
much there. You should don't.
Good to know. Good
Maybe
to
that's
know.
kind of a scary sign to the power of the lady that runs this place.
Honestly,
I agree.
I could not promise you that. It's a good thought, though. We should be on guard when we meet her.
Which direction, whichever direction that Selfie looked when she was looking around, like her eyes darted off.
Mhm.
I want to
Yeah.
go look in that direction.
Okay.
Okay.
What are you looking for?
A
Owls.
a person, or a listening hole.
There is, I mean, it's kind of towards the corner of the wall,
Yeah.
not far from where you were. The only thing that seems to be there is some sort of fresco that has been painted on the wall.
Ooh.
Oh, I'm definitely gonna. just run my hands on it, just like I'm admiring it, but feeling for notches, knocks.
Roll me a perception check. What are the rest of you guys doing? Do you guys want to sort of get out, find your way somewhere?
Felix
Yeah, I'm
is
kind of
going
wandering
to-
around.
Felix is giving coin to Sylvie and going to ask her for a room.
21.
Do we need to buy a room too, just so it doesn't look suspicious that we're
Actually,
wandering
yeah,
around while
should we?
Felix is gonna be here? Yeah.
So
Do they-
one at a time.
Oh,
So
yeah, go ahead.
as you Vesper, as you make your way over to the wall, you sort of run your hands over it, and you don't really notice anything until you kind of notice there are little bits of metal that kind of enhance the piece. That it's part mosaic. There are mosaic elements to it, and sort of inlay in one of these bits of metal. It appears to be set into a hollow in the wall. You're not really sure
Hello.
what exactly it's doing or what's behind it.
Can I press it? Can I manipulate it?
Shit.
Yeah, you can if you like.
Yeah.
You push on it. It doesn't really do anything, but you can kind of you kind of turns a little bit, and if you begin, it'll kind of begin sort of sliding out. And as you do, you are sort of pulling out this thing, and it just, you expect it to be fairly small, but it just sort of keeps coming out, and it's eventually you sort of slide this very long, what a surprisingly long piece of metal. It's probably about this long when you finally get it out of the wall, and when you do, probably about halfway on to the end is like a slick red.
What the? Don't put it back in.
Put it back in.
Ah! I can't put it back in. If I just, did I just kill someone?
Yeah, if you put it back. Ow! Oh God.
I'm gonna keep pulling.
Okay, it'll eventually, it's probably about this long. It's
It's like a 9-inch nail kind of thing.
it kind of looks like a nail, but it's very thin.
Jesus.
Like a.
See, this is the type of pale
Have I
mortar we know.
heard?
That's
Right? Have I heard anything from the other side as I'm
Oh God. God.
bleeding someone? Am I?
No, you haven't heard anything.
I'm gonna smell it. Is it blood?
It is particularly it is coppery and sort of tangy.
Gents?
Yeah? Yeah?
I may have done a thing.
I look over.
Oh.
This was untoward, and I show them the.
Oh my god. I take it from her and I immediately shove it back in.
It is considerably harder to push in than it was to pull out.
Oh no!
Was that the only metal one that you saw
No.
right there?
No, now
There's
you
a
look
bunch.
at the wall. There's probably about 10 of them set
What
in
is
different places.
this fresco of?
The fresco appears to be of it appears to be like a landscape, like a plaza or a park with people around it, reclining, walking. Some of them are nude, some of them are not.
Where is this particular rod in this picture?
It appears to there's a figure that's hand is like this, and it appears to be like just in the at the top of the hand.
Okay, I try to wiggle it in so that nobody knows what we did.
Yeah, you can push it back in. It is difficult. It's not easy. It doesn't like slide right in. It requires a little bit of force, but you can get it in.
Okay,
Oh.
I do that and I just, what the fuck
did you do?
She, Selby
Jesus.
she was looking over here like I thought someone was listening, and I thought maybe these might be turnkeys, listening holes,
That was not-
secret entrance.
That was
That was
nothing.
blood.
I don't want to think of like there's people in the walls. Like if that's what's happening right now.
Was the blood warm?
Was the blood warm?
Well,
Did you want to check it?
pull it back out again.
Oh my God, we're Keystone
Because
Cops
it'd be
killing
cool.
people.
It's like,
Okay.
because
Do we
I
have
wonder
to
if it's
pull it
pure
out again to
blood.
find out?
If it is warm, yeah. Oh god.
You wanna pull it out?
If she didn't check it, I will pull it out to check.
I touched it. I touched it and I
You did
smelled
touch
it.
Oh yes.
Did
Yes.
Did I?
I don't know. You told me you asked what it smelled like.
I don't remember now.
You only asked me what it smelled like.
Okay. Oh, all right. In for a penny. Oh gosh.
Okay, I pull it out again and I touch the blood.
Okay. Little bit.
Is it warm?
It's not like it's kind of a little cold now. But the rod itself feels warm.
Jesus. Oh my.
Okay, I put it back in.
Okay.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
no.
Back in.
Oh,
You're pin cushioning someone on the other side of that wall.
if
There's
that's
no
like
screaming.
us in the
And
dream
out,
world
and
trapped
in,
there,
and
I hope
out,
it's
and
you
in.
getting stabbed in it.
Fuck you, Ulrich.
God.
There's no screaming.
We're
We're
playing
not
with
hearing
karma
anything,
with
right?
that right there.
But what if they're drugged? What if they're drugged or magically immobilized, and they
They're
can't
statue
scream?
Yeah.
Then we need to
Or
get out of
they're-
here.
What if
Then
that's
we
not
need to
even a
finish
wall?
what
It's
we-
just painted people.
Ulrich,
Oh.
Vesper, here's what we're gonna do.
Yeah,
We're gonna
yeah.
talk to the mistress. We're gonna get what we want, and then we're leaving immediately. Okay?
Agreed.
You're gonna
Agreed.
just slap
Agreed.
this like, get a hold of yourselves, guys.
Get a hold of yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right. I was starting to
Oh my
freak out.
God.
Right.
Do we
Yeah.
know which room Felix is in?
So
Crap,
I was
got
gonna
too caught up watching
I was
you guys.
gonna I haven't really figured out what Felix is doing. So as you guys are doing this, Felix, what exactly did you want to do? You wanted to get up and leave?
Yeah, I wanted to go up to this girl,
Okay.
Selby, and say, "All right, well, how about a bit of privacy then?"
Okay. She'll say, "You I don't see a coin purse."
I think Ulrich already gave me the
Yeah, I
coins,
believe
right?
Ulrich
Yeah.
counted out some.
I didn't give him. I said you're gonna pay for it.
Holy shit! You are the worst grandpa. You won't even buy him a night on
A
the
girl.
town.
Oh, okay. All right. All right. Fine. Yes. Do it for him, and then do it for the rest of
Yeah.
us.
Okay,
And then-
never mind then.
Buy yourself a soda pop. I give him one extra. You gotta remember, I'm
That's
grumbling
funny.
the whole time.
I've got a coin purse right here.
She says
Smells like old man.
she says, "How private do we need to be?"
It is that kind of house.
Somewhere no one else can see or hear. I don't
Maybe they
know
could.
how loud you get.
She's gonna kind of lean in, like put her hands on your shoulders and lean in right next to your ear, and she says, "Love, there's always someone listening."
It is that kind of house.
Well, that one. Just that one. No one else.
So she will kind of turn and begin walking down the hall, and if you like, you can follow this kind of young girl in this red satin robe. She'll kind of travel up a winding staircase. You can actually, it's not a covered stair, it's like an iron staircase, so you can see her ascending to a floor above. You are welcome to follow her to the room that she is headed to if you'd like.
I will. Out of character, I'm very disappointed in Felix.
Okay.
We're following them, right? We're secretly following them.
Okay,
No,
hold
this
on.
is
You're
this is
arguing
no.
over this
This is
way
going on
already.
as you guys were doing your metal rod thing.
Exactly.
I was never over there. I was watching Felix.
Okay. So here's what Gurney is asking you to. Should we split up and have someone go find the mistress, get the information from her, while the rest of you go get Felix?
Nah, we stay together.
But
Let's
who
go
do we
get it.
get first? I think.
Where do we go first?
Yeah, where do we go first?
I say, as much as I don't like that little bastard, he's our party companion.
No, I
And
think
I
here's
love
what I
him.
think.
We gotta follow
At this
Felix.
point, he's probably far gone. He should finish what he started. We're going to
Okay.
go find the mistress first.
Yeah. Yes, and I have a little faith in him. I have a bit of faith that he knows what he's doing, even if it's a bit far out. I think
Vesper-
that
To be honest, I'd rather him be dealing with this right now than whatever crazy woman or whoever this mistress is
Ooh,
is
okay.
running this place.
I see what you're
True.
saying. Yeah.
Because if there's blood in the walls, can
Point
you
well
imagine what he's
taken.
gonna do if he
Yeah.
finds that out?
This chick's probably like that Carmen lady from Vampire Hunter D, Bloodlust.
Whoa.
She's like totally all blooded up.
Yeah.
All right, I think Ulrich hears like the military
True.
like strategy of your plan and the weighing the risks. Like, all right, you're right.
Okay.
Let's do it.
All right. We
We go
find
the leader.
someone, an attendant, and ask them to see the mistress, basically.
yeah. Do we see Adeline anywhere, or anyone higher than Adeline?
So
Well,
as
before
you
we start talking, I was thinking, what do you think about like pitching your mask as like a bartering tool to get us to see her?
Oh
Like,
God, Gurney just
No.
gives you this.
well, we're not going to
No.
sell it to her. No, we're not going to give it to her, but just to grant us an audience. In case it gets bad, just be ready. In
I
case
thought
we have to
we
do this.
had-
We won't try to, but
Do we not have blood to barter?
We do have the blood that Lord Simon gave us.
We have the
I
blood
haven't
Lord Simon
checked
gave
it.
us.
I haven't checked it since we got back from the dream, though.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. She doesn't know that.
She doesn't know that.
But what's the risk though? If they end up going wrong, do you want her to have your mask or the blood?
The blood. I will not give this to her. I will give
blood.
this to no
You-
one. This is
Blood.
mine.
You
And I
Frodo.
also,
Let's do it.
but we also know what is going on down beneath the castle. If they don't know, and if they're kinky enough, they might want to know.
Vesper,
It-
these people are far gone. I'd rather leave them to their own devices.
I just think it's information bargaining chip.
Ulrich starts thinking about burning the place down when we leave. Like, there should be a way we should totally just leave it in ash. Like, they are too far gone. Like, Gurney's right. We need to just level the place.
No, Gurney is not suggesting
Oh,
that.
I'm thinking this. Oh, I'm saying it out loud. I'm just saying
yeah.
that for the
Okay.
viewers. You can't stop me.
I
I
can't.
didn't say
I
it out
actually
loud.
don't think I can stop you.
You can stop me later when I actually try to do it, for sure.
No, as in, Ulrich will kill me. Anyways,
Okay.
we would like to find the nearest attendants or
Adeline, someone.
someone and
All right.
request an audience with the
All right.
mistress.
So as you guys make your way out of the baths, you will find just outside of the sort of entry door, the curtains that you came from, is on a very low table are 3 sort of red silk robes.
I take one.
Oh, I take one.
Yeah,
I
that's
want
a
to
good
look
idea. I'll get one too.
dazzling.
Red's not
Well,
really my color.
you know,
I
house-
prefer white.
House
Wait,
rules. House.
Hold on. They're red?
They're red.
I touch it. I feel the fabric.
Silk. E.
Those bloody.
Okay, I'm sorry. Gurney is really having flashbacks
Yeah.
to a certain wall.
Oh.
But I put it on.
Huge curtain. Yeah. Okay.
I put it on.
Okay.
And,
Are they fresh robes? Are fresh, sweet smelling? Are they?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
Lovely.
they are perfumed. They are
Lovely.
they're soft. They're warm.
They feel very expensive.
Oh, then definitely. Yes. wanting to fit in and join the party as we might look.
This reminds me of. Never mind. Let's keep going.
Alrighty.
As you walk, let me just find my image here. This is the one I want. As you walk down the hallway, eventually you kind of wind your way back to the parlor area, the sort of sitting room where quite a few people have already, they were sitting before, and they are still sitting with ladies, men, masks of all shapes, sizes, and designs are on display. And you see that there is a group of young women and men. All of them are dressed. They have a red mask. It looks like it's a red porcelain mask, but it's a bit simpler than the one that Adeline was wearing. The rest of them seems to be sort of wrapped in what appears to be like gauze fabric. They're all just sort of standing around, and in the center of them you see a woman, an old woman. She is shorter, but she's very stocky. She's wearing a deep purple dress. Her face is almost completely like white, almost tinged blue, and she has kind of shock gray hair and a very deep kind of like scowling expression on her face. Her cheeks painted with an extremely bright rouge that does not help to hide her pallor. And she is just kind of watching you as you all walk in.
How do you do, my lady?
Good evening.
Ulrich, you hear like a lot of cracks and like pops as he tries to like straighten his back, like. And it all kind of like collapses back down. Oh, Jesus. Yes.
She's kind of looking at you. Give me 1 second here.
I'm gonna give her a curtsy fitting the depth of my station.
I feel almost awkward that we don't have masks at this point. Like, should we just slap something on?
She's sort of staring at you, and as you approach, she will say, "Let me open my notes." She says, "Why you not are wearing masks in my house?"
We did ask for them, my lady.
I was using the urinal and I leaned down and it went right in there.
I already have
right
one,
down.
as you can see.
I asked for another one. Your staff. I've asked 3 times now.
She twice, and you see two of the women that are at her side sort of walk forward, and they just sort of bow very deeply, though their faces stay kind of perfectly pointed at you, and they're both all 3 of them are holding their hands out, and they're presenting a very simple like mask that covers from about here up.
Thank you. You are a most generous host.
Okay.
Forgive our ill manners upon our entrance.
Can I detect? I'll take one from the attendant. Do I sense any magical properties to this, or is this just actually a mask?
It looks to be a fairly simple masquerade mask.
Not enchanted, not magics.
It's also not cursed.
What skill do you want to use? What skill would you use for that? Let me see.
Learning, perception.
It's rough. I almost want to say prescience, but still,
Yeah,
that's a rough call.
Yeah.
No. You know what? Let me look.
I'm not taking one, by the way.
Yeah. I'll say a learning check. Why not?
Nice. All right. All right.
All right.
Mother of God. 12.
Looks like a fairly normal masquerade mask.
I'll gingerly put it on, and if I feel anything tingly or weird, I won't complete putting it on.
Okay. So as you two put on your mask, she says, I hear a rumor that you have no interest in my girls or my boys.
I prefer men rather than boys. I can't speak for Ulrich right now. I didn't see anything as rustic or well-fed.
Your information is mistaken, my lady. I did ask for an attendant. Only one did present herself at the baths. I would love to honor your hospitality.
She kind of cocks an eyebrow at you. Her expression doesn't change. It still maintains that sort of scowl, but she says, "What service you looking for? Pain,
Primarily
pleasure,
baths.
both?"
Oh, sorry. Primarily the pleasure of the baths, which were excellent, as well as directions. We seek Ileana.
You seek then you do. Why you come here?
We are strangers to this district, and we figured it would be good to call on you for your aid. It's nice to have friends and acquaintances during this dangerous time.
She'll kind of take a step towards you, and you see like the four women, sort of gauze wrapped women that are with her, step with her in sync, and she says, "You do not expect such things are free. What have you offer?"
A package of blood meant for the queen. And I will pull it out.
Ooh, can I stop him from going right to that? Or like, try to like,
I will pull it out,
like,
but I'm not going to open it or present it to her.
Yeah.
I'm just going to get it out of my bag.
Well, no, we will eventually be meeting the queen. Perhaps in exchange for some guidance on your part, we could perhaps provide a service you might require. We are very capable.
My lady, we've not been to the Alabaster District since times have gotten interesting and strange. So it does seem that propriety is different, customs have changed. I recognize no one here, nor would I say so if I did, as you know. We've seeking safety for a moment, but we do seek Ileana, and we do seek information, and can give some as currency as well.
She says, what she'll do is she'll sort of take a few steps over and sort of plant herself very heavily on one of these plush couches. Still looking at you with that scowl on her face. She says, "If you wish to seek magistrix, then you will not gain information by walking in the door and engaging with street girls. You must mingle."
Wise indeed.
Huh.
At your leisure, then.
She says, I do not know what your tastes are, but there are places to go. My house. She kind of looks around. She says, "My house is more than just simple lusts."
Oh, I do not underestimate you in the least, madam. My tastes run wide. They run specifically to the sort of Alabaster District clientele that can give us information we need.
You travel with church folk. I do not know why. We offer communion as my girls have always been trained to do. You have problem?
No,
I
no
do.
problem.
Not with the church, no.
Not unless you want one.
I like that you are like, no, and Gurne's like, well.
So what you're saying, your kindly host, is perhaps we should just enjoy the party and perhaps we will find the answers we're looking for.
What I say is, if you have favor, coin, and influence, then you do not wish to waste your time with such trifles. And she kind of gestures around to the the people who are engaging in various acts in the room around you. She says, anyone of taste and class will attend more private gatherings.
Okay.
Well, we definitely do want company with class and taste. We definitely do want company that's worthy of our time.
She's gonna kind of she'll kind of turn to one of the gauze wrapped women in the red masks next to her, and she kind of like does this, pointing at Vesper, and two of the women will sort of circle around, and they'll kind of stand behind you, Vesper, and sort of gently, like, they're not like shoving you, they're just gently sort of pushing you forward towards her.
I'll put my hand on top of one of theirs and be led.
Okay. What the fuck?
My head.
Yeah, they're only pushing you.
As a lady of my station, I'll give her a full gander of my station.
Okay. She kind of, as she does, she reaches up, like, as you get close, she'll just reach up with a, again, very fat, kind of bulbous finger, very ungrateful, and she just kind of places it on the edge of your, like, on the corner of your mouth, and then she... You have not eaten.
No, madam, I have not.
Right. Here, I will make you offer. You trade me your package, and I will take you to a feast.
A feast is not what I require. But if the company is right at this feast, and you can assure me that...
She just kind of raises an eyebrow. She says, "You look hungry."
I bow to your deference. I lead on.
I say we feast on their souls. And I point to the sword. Fuck that. I don't like this.
It's not that kind of party. I think we have an accord here. I think we're understanding each other. Or it could go horribly wrong, but let's see.
Alright, I'll stay in back. I'll kind of just back him
Listen,
up.
Ulrich,
Right.
if you want to stay behind and back up Felix, you can do that. I can accompany Vesper if you if you think that's better.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could find Felix at this point.
Yeah.
I'll just back up you guys. Can't get rid of me that easily.
I don't.
If you really don't want me, I could leave. Shit. I know when I'm unwelcome.
It's not
So-
bad. It's just.
Okay.
It's not about unwelcome. Let's, not our house, dear. Let's mind our manners.
I
Okay.
perk up and
But
I
let's
say, one
go.
of our fellows is currently, we'll
Enjoying
say, having
your
a
hospitality.
bite himself. May we
Ooh,
retrieve
yeah.
him?
She says, "Yes. Would you prefer I send for him, or would you like to get him yourself?"
I would rather you do it, and I would tell you to be cautious. Out of all of us, I think he'd be the one that fits in here the most.
So as we turn our attention, Felix, was there anything in particular you wanted to accomplish?
Finishing.
I don't think he can hear me.
Oh,
no.
I'm gonna wave.
Felix!
He's
Oh, sorry, baby.
Hello.
hi.
Hey!
Hi.
Ah!
All right.
Ooh.
So, Felix, was there anything in particular you wanted to accomplish?
So I'm going to follow this one up into the room.
Mhm.
And once inside, I'm going to ask her. God, this is getting weird.
Ask
Go
it!
for it. We're not listening. Go ahead. Do your moves. Let's hear it. Moves on them,
So,
bro.
have you come to confess your sins?
Interesting tactic. That's never worked for me, but
She'll
God.
she'll sort
He's
of
so smart.
she'll sort of stride across the room, still wearing this red robe, and kind of plant herself on this very not particularly large but still well appointed bed that is at the far end of the room. And as she crosses her legs and looks at you, she says, "It's been a while since I gave communion."
Well, here's a start.
Is that it?
No.
Okay.
Get on your knees. And confess to me your sins. And as she gets on her knees, I'm going to step towards her. Looking down, and I'm going to wait for her to talk.
Before she does that, what she's gonna do is she's gonna kind of lean forward on the bed before getting up, and she says, she says, I've seen men before craving the intoxication. I don't have much to offer, but would you like to take my blood?
Take your blood. You'd part with it so willingly.
She says, it's not much to give, but if you'll have it.
You know I will. And I will, at this point, I'm going to I'm going to take my cat's paw, the pitchfork like torture tool that I have, and I'm going to say, all right, turn around. You've been fortunately, you've been around. You've worked in this brothel for a long time. You've sinned, to say the least. Tell me, with whom have you sinned? Anyone of import, anyone whose sins lie with you deep inside?
She said, she kind of stands in the center of the room and she says, everyone in this place has helped build the church in some way or another.
I'm going to take my cat's paw and I'm going to drag it along the length of her back. That's not what I was asking.
She's gonna kind of like, are you like carving into her skin, or is it like not?
It's enough to draw blood.
Like a welt or like a cut?
I mean, it's
Whatever it
it'll
takes.
Scrape. It's not.
Like,
Yeah.
It's not
cutter's
overly
cuts.
deep. It's not so much that it would like she would like bleed out or anything like that, but it would hurt.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, cutter's cuts.
So as
She'll
she
look at that scar and remember.
as she kind of goes, everyone in white passes through these doors at some point. You're not the first. They taught us communion for a reason.
I strike her again. And I say, what of Simon? You service him?
She kind of like, I don't know, Lord. He's gone longer. He's been gone since before.
Certainly one way of looking at it. What about Callum? With the Institute. Scrape her again.
She says, teachers and students don't come up here much. It was the church that helped build this place. It was there. They brought the blood. You know how intoxicating it can be. You know what it can do to people.
You think you know me?
She says, I see a lot.
You see these places of sin. You sin within them. What do you know of Ilyana?
She found the pleasure of the flesh too tempting every night, holding galas, parties until the hunt ended. They say eventually, she locked her doors and wanted to chase new experiences until the sun came up. But the night lasts so long.
And how do I get to her?
You have to find a way into her palace. I don't know what's inside, but I know you won't be prepared for what you see in there.
We never are. It's impossible.
I'm prepared for anything. Slash again, this time deeper.
Why didn't you bring a condom?
As you're kind of raising your claw again to sort of strike her, you hear a faint ringing behind you.
A doorbell, kind of?
Not a doorbell. It's like there's a chime that is just inside the room. You kind of look over and you see it moving.
Ignoring it.
4 slap limit. Ding. Please insert.
I'm going to
one more gold
forcibly
coin.
turn her around.
Okay.
I'm going to. I take her chin under my hand. I bring her mouth to mine. I kiss. I bite. I pull away, and then from my my side, I pull out this tool. I've had it all along in my inventory. I just put the link to a picture of it in chat. It's called a choke pear. It's a torture tool.
Jesus.
Not just do that.
Your
Okay.
answers.
We
You don't
need to
give
kill
me
him.
what I want. With that, you don't get to talk anymore. I put it in. And the way this thing works is basically
As you're
twist it and it stretches.
yeah, I know how it works. As you're sort of like she's kind of looking at you, very sort of defiant eyes with kind of blood running down the side of her mouth. And you can see almost a smile kind of curl in the corner of her lip, and there is a very loud knock at the door.
That's 20 gold extra if you're gonna do that kind of crap. I hope it's me on
We're
the other side of the
busy.
door. I don't care.
She kind
I
of
keep twisting and twisting.
Can Ulrich pray for divine retribution right now? Damn it.
as you do, you haven't done much of it. The door will open. You just see 3 women who are red masks and are like wrapped in gauze bandages, and they just walk in very quickly. And they like literally as you're doing whatever you're doing, like proceed to kind of grab you by the arms.
Nice.
Stop it! I wasn't done with her! And as I do this, I want to take out, I want to have my cat's paw out and I want to slash at them.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me an attack. I'm gonna give you disadvantage 1 because you're being held by people, but yeah.
Felix, with this happening, I'd say he's probably going into a trance. His battle trance, and then yeah, he's gonna try and lash out with this thing.
Alright, give me 1 second. Hold on. I gotta find...
Oh.
Yeah,
nat
divine
one.
retribution, motherfucker. Yes. That's a meta prayer shit right there.
Alright. Wow, that's...
You reap what you sow.
Yeah. I've never been excited for a 1 before. This is awesome.
The women are gonna like grab, like they just kind of lock their arms around you, begin drawing. You're kind of like doing your best to sort of limply flail, but they have surprising power in their forms. And as they kind of drag you away, like they're just gonna like quickly kind of walk with you out of the room. And you just sort of watch as the flickering candlelight in this chamber with the girl that you were with is fading behind you as you are basically going to be pulled down the stairs.
No, no, the girl's mine. The blood, she's no.
As eventually you guys downstairs will sort of be, you'll watch as these two women sort of basically carry Felix arm by arm down this flight of stairs into the parlor, and the very fat woman that you've been waiting with is kind of looking very angrily at him. She says, like at you, she says, "Your friend, is this how he always is?"
Only when we're fighting for our lives.
Ulrich's just nodding like, yes, but he'll let it slide. It can be interpreted, yes, he's always like that, or yes,
he has a hard obsession with blood currently.
And being a dumbass, getting into trouble. Teenage boys, that's why I hate them. I hate the youth.
Felix, this heavy-set woman is going to sort of walk over, like stand up from the couch, sort of walk over to you as you're being held by these two women, and she will just like with this big sort of meaty hand just bam right across the side of the face. It's almost like getting hit with a club.
Alright, is it gonna knock me out?
No, not really.
And Felix does not give a single shit. He is still screaming, "No! No! Get away from me!"
I'm going to go ahead and calm Felix down with
I could dab with some holy water to back up.
I'm sorry, I have a cat in my
Gurney.
lap, so I'm like, oh gosh.
Yeah, I'll throw a cat at him. Shit.
Yeah! Could I just tell Felix, hey, oh my god, cat. Okay, I'm back. Could I just tell Felix to chill, Felix? I know you're excited, but we're here on, official business.
Alright. You're trying to just talk to Felix?
Yeah, I'm just trying to talk to you, buddy.
He looks at you and he just does the same thing. He just lashes out almost like almost like he was trying to bite you.
All right, fine. I open my robe a bit, and I'm gonna cast the fatigue boon. I mean bane.
Ooh, nice.
That is not a bane boon. I have to beat power level 5 to do this.
It's a DC 20.
It is.
Kids, just tire them out. They'll
Sorry,
go to
kid.
sleep. Yeah.
Hey.
No.
All right. Let's see. 29.
Nice.
Yeah, that's higher than my resolve.
Night.
Yeah.
If I succeed, since I'm doing it at power level 5. Oh shit! Whoopsie.
Never a good sound.
I didn't realize that level 5 would make the target unconscious.
Good. That's for the best. Yeah. Ulrich's like, what's the
Yeah,
problem?
that's all right. That's not
Yeah.
bad.
Ulrich and Vesper were like, yeah, so like I thought that was the plan.
I guess it works.
What's the
Yeah.
level after unconscious?
Say what?
What's the
Oh,
level
the
after
target
unconscious?
dies at level 6.
Oh, really?
Oh wait, no. Okay, I'm sorry.
Who's
This
level
actually-
5? You're dead.
I misread this horribly.
Okay.
This stacks in tiers. So right now you have level 1 fatigue.
Okay.
So right now you just have disadvantage 1 on all non-attack rolls.
Okay. Part of my battle trance means that if I don't attack anyone for a long enough time, I go out of it and I suffer a level of the fatigue bane also. So if you had cast at level 5 and I went unconscious and my battle trance ended, I would have died.
Ulrich's so.
All right. Well, I just reveal my fistula and I just puff.
Are you like?
Smoke
Are you like?
his face.
Kate, wait. Is it like a Joker
I
thing?
read that.
Is it like the Joker flower thing? You're like, psst.
Daisy.
No, not that. All right, so you just
if you want to imagine it like that, I'll let you.
So you just sort of like let out a sort of a belch of black entropic necromantic gas that what's it called, Felix will kind of like sort of like you feel it sapping your energy as you're kind of like your movements are slowing. You feel your limbs feel sluggish as you're still kind of trying to fight, but it's like it's hard to lift your head.
I wasn't done. I wasn't done. She was telling me things.
Really? Well, I hope there are things you wanted to hear. You need to calm down, so you can maybe give us the whole details after we get to where we need to be.
Yeah, you can't.
Are you ready to behave now?
You can't tell us what she told you if you're dead or locked up in some freaky prison in here.
Felix, come on, come out of it. I know. I sort of. I just try to urge you, Felix.
The woman.
I'm sorry. Okay, I was just trying to help.
Felix, are you still wearing your collar, by the way?
Yeah.
The large woman will literally like grab you by the collar, and kind of like basically drag you forward, and she says, "Now, we had the deal. You provide your package, and then we will go to feast. And this one can indulge all of the pleasures he wants without maiming my girls."
I would like to see him not maiming any of these girls too.
She kind of turns, like she's like holding you by the collar, and she kind of turns to look at you. This sort of, I don't know if you heard the description before. She has like a very fat kind of face that is completely pale, almost blue, shock white hair that's kind of fuzzy and frilly, and basically like red lipstick and rouge. And that's about it. A very fat, short woman, and she's like looking directly at you, scowling. She says, "Oh, hold on. Let me turn this off. She says, "Boy, you desire pain? Is that what you want?"
Pain, blood, anything. This is what the gods want.
Then control yourself. You will have all that you can consume.
I could give him some right now. God damn, Felix. Every fucking time.
I'm sorry. Okay. But you
Or it's
let me
like,
go.
You're like the delinquent son I never had or wanted.
That's sort of sweet.
That's sort of sweet.
Therefore, I shall punish you as such, without remorse or legal repercussion.
I look to
Ulrich
Vesper.
starts taking off his belt.
You're being more and more like my real dad.
I look to Vesper and I say, Vesper, I'm giving her the package.
Oh, we have. Don't give it yet. We don't have the information. We've just taken a step backwards in diplomacy, so we don't need it. We're not in dire straits yet.
Yeah. Once we give that package, we've got nothing left to barter with.
Yeah.
She might as well kill us. I mean, she might as well kill us.
Do you
I
think
said
she
that in a
could?
whisper. Well, You trying to call me out, bros, and someone's gonna kill me? I can take anyone here, alright? It's not about that.
Oh no.
Excuse me, I'm too old for that now.
All right.
Yeah. I just don't want to, I feel like that's like our most valuable like asset for trading, so there's any way we can...
I just like putting a full foot forward in these matters.
We don't have that foot forward yet. I don't have it yet. Not yet.
I get it.
Yeah.
2 against 1. This is a democracy. Hail Mo's a democracy.
Not yet. Once we know what we want or we have safe passage out, then it's a successful bargain. But until then,
we'll give her half the blood, even still.
In any case,
because what are we gonna do when we reach
the
queen?
Attend this feast of yours.
She says, feast not mine. Feast is not mine. And she will,
Are there any chips?
She will collect herself and her attendants, and she says, will you go dressed as you are now, or would you prefer to be clothed?
We're clothed, right?
You're in robes.
We're in robes. Like, I literally did not have clothes. I had a shirt that was just eaten away and some pants. That's literally it.
Can we have our old clothes cleaned and maybe brought to us? Or
I'll gladly take this.
Those were lucky. That was my lucky jacket, I guess. I looked cool in it. I looked really good in it. Fuck it. Fine. Let's move on.
All right.
Okay. So you want to go in your robes?
I mean, if she's going to give me a new set of clothes, I'll take it.
I'd love something more formal, actually. Jacket.
The attendants will bring you your clothes. They haven't really been washed. It's only been it's not been too terribly long. But they will have your clothes kind of folded and put together.
I'll go in the robe. I'll just tuck my clothes into my pack because
they're probably still wet. I dunked him in the tub to try to wash them.
All right. She, as the mistress collects you, she says, "Follow me," and she'll lead you sort of through the parlor, towards the back door, and as where there's stairs kind of arc overhead to lead up to the second floor. She passes between them, and there's a set of double doors right beneath them. And as she leads you through, you are headed down a very long corridor that is flanked with paintings. There are kind of statues, like busts, on little pillars, and you travel, farther and farther, eventually coming to a hallway that splits, and then. At the end of it, there is a single sort of very, very heavy door. It's like a heavy wood-barred door. And as she sort of reaches into her dress and pulls out what looks like a very heavy key, she will turn it, unlock the door, and open it. And you see there's a stairway that leads downwards. A very dark stairway.
I thought we were going to this feast. I'd expect to hear a little merriment.
Gurney.
Hi.
Gurney.
Hi.
Do you have any maps of this area?
I've memorized a few. Do I know of any underground fun time zones for the Alabaster District?
Never been here before.
Just the house, right?
No.
Oh shit.
No, the Academy spends its time doing other things than hanging out in debauchery zones.
Yeah,
well, you don't know what you're missing. All right, lead on.
As one of the attendants will kind of take a torch, like a lantern or a brazier thing off the sconce and begin walking ahead, the flickering light illuminating this tunnel. You're led down a very drafty and cold stone tunnel, down to some sort of basement area. It has the appearance and the feeling of a kind of a musty wine cellar. It's very cramped. There's not any real decoration, and at the end of it there is another heavy barred door, and as she pushes her way through it, you are sort of taken by spectacle. Hold on one second.
At this point,
Yes.
is Felix still being restrained, or is he walking on his own with them?
I'm assuming you are not being restrained.
Okay.
My excitement is being restrained with caution. Because I'd love a feast, but I don't dare let myself hope for it. Yeah, right? God damn these dark caverns.
You guys here. Hold on one second. I'm just yeah. We'll do that one.
I have a bad feeling about this. Yeah, Princess Leia right now.
Oh boy.
We're in a freaking
That's
asteroid
Han
tunnel.
Solo, friend.
All right.
Well,
You
they all
guys,
say it, but for some reason I thought of Leia that one.
as the door is pushed open, you guys are looking into a bright chamber. It is very large, a large underground vault. There are long tables that people are sitting at, but it doesn't look like a feast has been set up. There are many people in here. There are crackling fireplaces. There are women that are kind of wheeling around. These ones appear to be less clothed than the ones even up in the brothel you just came from. They're in very strange outfits. Masks still a common feature, but you kind of at first glance it doesn't look like everyone is wearing a mask here. There are tapestries and curtains and stuff along the walls, and the floor is just a sea of pillows and blankets and fur rugs. The people, and you notice that there are hallways. This seems to be an entry chamber. There are hallways that lead off from here, and every so often you can see people are making their way down these hallways. Here actually, let me
Oh my god, it's gonna be like the nightclub from Blade.
Ah!
Okay, yeah, I could see that.
Oh no.
The people are talking, but they are talking very softly. You can hear laughing. They're cavorting, and as you guys step into this crowd, many of them kind of turn to you and watch. They're sort of masked faces. Some of them you can see from the mouth down. Some of them you can't see. You guys sort of are led into this chamber as one woman who's kind of sitting at a table, she just kind of takes a bite of something and kind of looks at you. You can see just a little bit of red running down her cheek.
I don't think that was a tomato.
Many people are sort of engaged in various lecherous activities, but most of them seem to be paying you no heed. And
Hotel California.
your mistress sort of stops in the center of the room, and she says, "Whatever your poison is, you pick it here."
Is there a menu?
You.
She
You
says,
didn't really do
Thinking
that,
now.
right?
No, that's like
No.
Ulrich's thinking. You see him zoning out, just like looking around.
she
Is
says,
there a menu?
she says,
Felix is trying to get a sense of the blood.
if you if you have to ask.
You can't afford it.
Oh.
What now? Have you given her? You haven't given her the package yet, by the way.
No.
We have not. They
She-
want to hold on
And
to
nor
it.
will we.
She's standing for. She says, "You have your location. You will find your information here. Now, package."
What package?
What kind of guarantee? You've given us maybe a place we might
Yeah,
get
this package is
information.
definitely.
It's worth a bit
Gives
more
them
than
that.
maybe.
Gurney's just shaking his head.
She kind of leans in. She says, "If you wish to negotiate, you should have spoken up earlier."
We still have the package. We're speaking up now.
Here, I've got it in the other room. Let's not do it here in front of everybody.
I obviously have it. I'm perfectly fine giving it to her, but I'm
We'll
holding
give
off
it to
for these
you,
guys.
but we
Gurney,
want
we
one
don't know
last
where we
taste of
are.
it.
We don't know how to get out.
She will kind of like cross her arms. She says, "You do not know where you are, but I do. And if you do not keep up your end of bargain, then no one here will talk to you."
Well, my dear madam, you can't move the goalposts here. We don't know. We're at a disadvantage. We don't know where we are. We don't know who these people are. And you're saying maybe? You're saying maybe we'll get this information here. I don't know anyone, and you've made no introductions.
You didn't even give us new clothes,
I'm
even
done.
though we've asked
I'm done.
3
Gurney
times.
answered the package. Gurney
What?
answered the package.
I'll freaking pop that like a Kool-Aid bag.
And he says to all of you, listen, we have to
It's
give
just
faith.
blood.
We have to give faith in order to get what we want.
Not just blood.
Ulrich looks at you like, that's my line, bro. Don't be bringing God shit.
Well, if you weren't going to say it, then somebody had to.
I have
Madam.
faith in God.
Make
So-
introductions, please.
She'll take the package from you and kind of shove it under her arm. She says,
Okay.
"Very well. This is an area to drink, to flirt, to inquire after what you like. You head down these halls and you'll find more private and specific rooms. But what you are seeking is not in any of these." And she points straight to the back of the room, and you see there is a very large hallway that just kind of has like a white curtain sort of draped around it. She says, "That is, she says, that is Lady Glorana's feast. She is a host to the pleasures of the flesh and a close consort of your magistrix. If you can ingratiate yourself with her tastes, you will find yourself on your way to one of the never-ending parties."
What was her name again?
Glorana.
Lorana.
A never-ending party?
That doesn't sound fun.
That is what the Magistrix has created for herself.
I want to like kind of like look at Vesper and be like kind of like let's watch this chick, and maybe we should follow her. I don't know about giving up the package that easily. Maybe we need to take it back.
Yeah,
See what
maybe.
she's gonna do with it. Yeah. So I don't know if we want to follow it or go to this chick that she's telling us to talk to.
She says, be warned though. when you step through that curtain, if you're not used to such things, if your constitution is sensitive, if you cannot handle pleasures of the flesh, then I suggest you reconsider.
I'm older than you. I've seen enough. Actually, nothing like this.
She nods. She says, "Well, then make your entrance."
Do I recognize anyone from court here?
There's a lot of masks.
Yeah.
So you can't
that's a good
recognize
point.
anyone, okay.
That was dumb. All right.
Okay.
I'd like to ask the mistress for her name.
She says, "I am Mistress Eldwig."
It's a beautiful name.
Mistress
Eldwig.
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 Write it down.
Just like it sounds, I take it.
Eldwig,
Spelling it.
I'm curious.
Do you wear wigs? Or...
Mistress, please.
Forgive me.
That's what she's gonna do with the blood. What's she gonna do with it?
Doesn't matter.
Mr.
She's
Eldwig,
done it.
we've given you
It's true.
something we honestly...
Priceless.
It's priceless. What are you gonna do with it?
She says, "Perhaps trade for favor. Perhaps raise my station with someone in this town. I do not know just yet. There are."
Ow! God damn it!
She says,
That hurts.
Don't spend it all in one place.
"You should be aware, however, that this thing meant for Queen Margot is quite forbidden by the church."
Yeah, and you got it now. And it has the queen's name on it, so...
I do not fear.
all she's gonna know, we're gonna tell her you stole it from us.
She says, "The church has no power here."
What?
Oh,
Madam, Sylvie.
is that a challenge?
Why do you think I gave it to
Oh
her?
my god. Sylvie.
Oh, that's why you gave it to
intimated
her,
the
to set her up?
church-
Why do you think?
She
We can't be
Damn,
caught dead
that's
with
crazy.
that
That was
shit.
good calling.
she
That's
says
crazy. Alright, cool.
the church was built with the money and the influence from people here. They came with their preaching and their blood and their healing, and the denizens of the alabaster, they were receptive to all except faith and dogma. And so they took the blood and they gave their money, and the church grew in opulence and wealth. But those here, the wealthy, were not quite receptive to the message as they were to the freedom that this blood provided. And so the church trained the girls to provide communion. And so they left.
You used the blood for something so impure. With
The
no
blood itself
respect,
is-
no reverence for God.
Yeah,
The
I'm with
angels
Vesper
which
now.
gave it to us.
You know, we're never gonna find out what she's gonna do with it, and by the time we do, it'll probably be too late. So let's just. I said we go through this door, meet this other chick.
One more thing before we leave.
Okay.
And I'm putting faith in you. Something that has never
Which
been
one's
in these
faith?
halls. What's happening at the academy? Why have they shut their doors?
She kind of shrugs her shoulders a little bit. She says, "I have never troubled myself with what goes on that hill, but rumor reaches us that whatever it is they found in their opposition to the church's teachings, it did not take hold among the population, and so they retreated to to seek truth among themselves. The way I hear it, they're all dead, driven mad behind their doors.
That sounds like Callum.
That doesn't make sense.
Can I tell if she's lying?
Yeah, how do you... Yeah, sure.
I mean, it makes sense, but it also makes sense that Callum and Simon created the blood, right? Created this whole mess.
Can I use logic? No.
Perception would be to...
Perception.
Yeah.
I'll give it a shot.
I mean, that may be the rumor that everyone hears, but really,
Are you talking to her? Or you talking to yourself? Like, are you talking out to us?
I'm talking to myself, and I'm a little bit kind of like, well, like, there's nothing to do. I'm just listening. I'm saying this to myself.
Okay. 14?
14.
Honestly, I mean, she doesn't seem all that concerned. She's telling you probably something that she probably heard offhand, but it doesn't sound like she's delved into it all that much.
If you do hear word, can I come call on you?
She says, "You know where my house is. You know where to find me. If you have coin to spend or something to trade, then we can talk."
I'll enjoy that line of trade. I'm glad it's open to us. And if I can, I kiss her hand or whatever is a
Okay.
good gesture like that.
Yeah, sure.
Madam, do we have any word or phrase of introduction? We will be new to this event.
I walk through the curtain.
She says, if you want my advice, don't talk. Just do.
Damn.
Interesting.
Fuck
Damn.
Interesting.
Alright. Are you guys gonna follow Gurney?
Yeah.
To all you
Felix is
babies
exhausted.
I'm
out
gonna
there.
do.
Oh, and
Yeah.
just before I go, I know, madam, what the Queen wanted. I know. Have a good evening. And I will walk through the curtain.
I'll just say, if everybody's giving her a cool last little threat, I should be like, "God's coming for you, bitch."
Alright.
And I just mouth the B word as I leave. I don't say it out loud. I just mouth it.
Yeah, because that would be offensive.
Like
So
that, like,
you guys make your way through this curtain, and as you travel through this tunnel, this passageway, there are flickering torches. You can hear the sounds at the end of the tunnel growing louder and growing louder, and they appear to be the sounds of people. You can hear gasps, screams, moans of ecstasy, all kind of mixed together, echoing from the chambers ahead of you, and you can also hear music playing, just a very sort of faint thrumming, as if someone is playing some sort of discordant harp tune that plays through the air. As you guys push through the red curtain at the end of this hallway, you find yourself in a dimly lit room. Or corridor, rather, and it is populated by people. This kind of almost drumming. There's like almost a drumming going down, just a boom, 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 boom. The harp is playing, and you see people, people are talking. There's a haze in the air, almost as if some sort of smoke is filtering through this hallway and just causing you to be slightly disoriented. It's full on all sides, and you're passing through people with masks that are turning towards you. Most of them have these sort of face masks of porcelain. One of them has the face of like a child or a baby. Another one that you pass is a woman who is laughing, and it looks like she is holding a one of those sort of opera masks, or she's holding a stick as if it were an opera mask, but it doesn't. You don't see any mask on her face, and as she turns to you, she kind of takes it away, and you just see sort of like red across her eye, like across her face. Other people are sort of like moving along, against each other. They're sort of writhing. You hear laughing. You hear screaming. You pass a doorway as you're making your way down this hall, and you see like a man is sort of, he's got his arms strapped to something, and two women are sort of like very, very slowly sort of like just carving an intricate design in his back. You actually kind of pass through another chamber. Whoa, let me turn that down, hold on. You pass through another chamber where there's a woman, a sort of dressed in noble's dress. She's sort of sitting in a chair with a very high coiffed powdered wig, and you can see attendants are sort of in the process of what looks like applying makeup to her. And as you pass by, she turns to you, and you can see one of them kind of turns like with their palette, and you can see they seem to be applying like makeup under her eyes with what appears to be a very sharp scalpel. Eventually there's more rooms of all kinds of things around you. People, as you walk, people appear to like look strange. You see a woman who smiles at you. Her entire, like, this half of her face seems to be almost like melted, and kind of like sloughed downwards and scar tissue. You see
a melted candle.
Another woman kind of stretches what looks like feathery, like peacock feather frills, or that have been stuck into her back, and they seem to sort of flex with her own spine. And as you finally, you kind of are sort of intoxicated by these visions, everything you're seeing, you're almost being pushed by hands like forward to continue your path, and you're sort of like led through this beaded curtain, and you emerge into this large chamber. You notice there are people milling around. They have masks on. They have dresses of red and black and purple. Women and even some men are just sort of talking. They all seem to be eating. They have plates of food in their hand, like little hors d'oeuvres that they're sort of taking and putting to their mouth. You can see like little bits of blood or something squelching as they bite into the food, and you could hear the air is punctuated by screams or by whimpers of pain. As you guys see, you're at the far end of this chamber. There's a long table, like a buffet table. It's set out with tablecloths and metal trays, candles, and just garnish and fruits and this and that. And in the center of the table, there's what appears to be a man who is kind of lying down, and you watch as a woman with a mask on her face and just a white gown from neck down is very slowly kind of carving a bit off of his leg.
Jesus Christ.
And just peeling bits of it off. And as this is happening, you catch a glimpse of someone who is sitting in a very high-backed red chair at the far end of this table, and they're just sort of talking with a few people. You can see their mask is white. There's a shock white mask, black eyes around it. And she is wearing a very, very ornate dress with a headdress that looks like kind of curving spikes that radiate out like a halo from her head. And as she turns to face you, you see this kind of expressionless mask. She sort of gestures the people around her to step beside you, and she just reaches out and...
Him?
I walk forward.
I'm joining her in this as well.
And it,
Yeah. I
as
hold
you-
your hand.
Oh, yeah.
Feels kind of out of it, slinking forward.
I hold Felix's hand.
Ulrich's
You-
just looking around and realizes everyone's moving forward. It's like, oh yeah.
You
Tries to
you
keep
s-
up.
you step across the chamber, and as you guys slowly walk towards her to stand before this very high-backed chair, you notice almost all of the faces in this room are sort of turning to watch you.
What's the matter? You ever seen an old man and some freaks before? JK, I didn't say that. That was.
What?
Oh.
And as you stand before, there's just silence. She kind of she's holding this glass, this kind of wine glass in her hand, just watching.
I throw off my robe.
Everybody stay cool. Jesus, throwing off your robe.
Nope. It's
Are you
gone.
naked under there?
And I give a nod to Vesper, and I say, "We gotta find out. We gotta do what we gotta do."
I don't
Unrobing.
know what that means. Under my breath, I say, if there's there's all silence now, and if there is a passing
Does she have any?
attendant with wine, I'm going to pick up a glass and keep walking.
Is there any
The-
food
Wine.
before her?
What's up?
Is there any food in front of her?
Probably on the table. Yeah.
I'll take some. Stuff it in my fistula.
As you were all sort of, take a glass of wine, you take some food, you're sort of standing around. The silence seems to last for quite a while as everyone is watching to see what's going to happen. And then, after a long, sort of punctuated beat, you hear... What is your pleasure?
Sand.
And with that,
It gets everywhere.
that is where we're going to end it for tonight.
Yeah. Dude, this is a bad
I
spot
already
for us
went
because
through
there's
my
like
whole
no
pleasure,
way
it's
out.
fine.
We're in a
So-
basement, like the basement.
Let's fight him. Let's fight everyone.
Always stuck in the basement.
This is like we're gonna have to like talk our way out of this like completely.
Yeah.
I don't
Life,
think
his
think
life.
talking is on the menu at the moment.
Well, geez, I don't know.
think it is.
There's a lot of people like Ulrich would be the first person to say let's not talk about this. But,
But
Already
yeah, I
freaking
think
out.
talking is our like only option because we're
We're in the Citadel,
Yeah.
dude.
Felix is so tired.
it's like that's a
I'm
lot.
so
to
sorry,
get out.
Felix.
but that is where we're gonna end it for tonight. Unfortunately, I know it might be a tad early, but we of course we have to leave it on an interesting note because there is more to come. But seriously, before we wrap things up, we want to know what you guys in chat thought. You guys have been hanging out with us. Tell us what you thought about this episode. Holy shit, you're going full flock of seagulls, aren't you, Speedy? You
ran so far away.
He wishes he could. But that is yeah. Tell us what you thought in chat. What you guys are thinking of the game so far. We, of course, I'm gonna go around to my cast and get their thoughts on the session, as well as some hooks and plugs about where they can be found. So we will start, of course. Let me get my music back with Mr. Speedy. Man, what are you thinking about today?
I'm thinking about a lot of things. This was definitely a very interesting episode. I mean, I honestly, I missed a lot of what happened because I just wasn't there. Felix wasn't there. So I can't completely say how confident I am of everything that's going on. I mean, really, I just kind of get whisked into this, but God, the whole scene, Felix in the room with Selby, before this episode started, I was like, Felix is going to want to do that. Like, that's like what he's going to want.
Here's the thing, though.
I wasn't sure if you guys would let him. But
Good job to use the player, though.
Here's the thing, though. You guys are clearly aware that I am not afraid to get weird. So I am hoping that you guys will feel all right getting weird at some point. But I promise you, I will never hold back on weird stuff. Because that's what I think.
I wanted to get weird.
Oh, now you're warning us. That's great. 5 episodes plus in.
No, 11.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, 11.
I didn't know I need a safe word for this
Yeah.
RPG, but I have no idea.
Oh man, absolutely.
That was good.
I think by the way, Felix deserves a legend point for that scene. That was particularly in character.
Two of those now.
Yeah,
that was good.
That was particularly in character.
How do those things work again?
I don't know. They're just cool.
Okay. Put it on a shelf somewhere.
Wear it as a
In
badge.
some girl's mouth and twist.
Ooh.
Yeah, that was it was graphic and uncomfortable for everyone involved, I'm sure. So thank you for letting me do that.
Hey, I had to mute it. I was laughing so hard. Thanks, sir. No, that was good. It was good playing on your part. No, I'm all for that. That was good.
Absolutely.
I was hoping to
Unusual
get
for
some
this
sort of plot
campaign.
advancement from information from it as well, and not just have it be Felix going off and doing some gross stuff. But we got a little bit. But yeah, thank you. That was god, that was great.
You have the shivers, don't
Yeah.
you?
Any you wanna tell everyone where they can kind of find you online, what you get up to, all that good stuff?
Yes, my name is Speedy. I'm Not So Speedruns on Twitch and Twitter and everywhere. I am a variety and D&D streamer, so I do video games most nights, and then I have D&D one-shots on Sundays where I have guests, be it viewers or streamers. Mondays I do classic D&D 5e, and I'm going to be starting sometime soon a little something in Blades in the Dark. I don't want to give too much information just yet, but it is going to be super cool. Blades in the Dark is an awesome system I tried out with the one-shot last week, and it's going to be incredible. So look forward to that. But yeah, that's where you can find me. Thank you. Jesus Christ, this is so weird and fun and great. You're all awesome.
Awesome. Oh man, Din Money, what about you, man?
Yeah, wow, that was the chillest episode so far. It's like, wow, like the least life-threatening, but we got to see a different side of Palemore today, so that was very nice. It was hard for Ulrich in another standpoint. It's like usually he can just kind of smash his way through anything, but wow, I don't think that's gonna help us right now. So this is I'm gonna try to help and do what I can to get us out of here. But wow, this is gonna be interesting.
Awesome, man.
Oh my gosh, yeah, the bass. Oh, yeah, that's so funny. This is good. I'm glad I we all got to see each other naked. I think that really leveled us up as a party. Now there's no secrets.
Oh, man.
If you would have asked me earlier today, like, hey, is your character getting naked tonight? I would have said, what? Why would you ever ask me that?
Rude question, bro.
Especially in Writhing Moon, you know, it's like, yeah. Unless
Why'd your
you think
character
like
get naked
crazy
in Writhing
torture.
Moon?
Oh god, I don't want to give the
Why
DM
would
any ideas.
Ulrich, the priest
Right.
or whatever, get naked in Writhing Moon?
Yeah.
Oh,
Be the
Lord.
first person to get naked. Only in a locker room. Yeah, whatever. I'm not gonna have to hide.
What's better than this? Guys being dudes.
Yeah. Oh gosh.
Man, any hooks and plugs you want to get through?
Yes, please. Yeah, I'm Din Money online, Twitter. This is the only time I get a stream, so this is awesome. Thanks for having me again. But yeah, I'm Din Money on Twitter and stuff. On DeviantArt, I'm a digital artist. So and I'm a game developer now. It's super rad. I have a game. It's
so good.
we had a Kickstarter super successful. Now we just opened up pre-orders. If you're interested, I'll drop a link in chat for you tabletop players out there. We actually just released the pre-orders for the miniatures of the game, so that'll be on the same link I'm going to share right now. So check it out, and thanks for having me. Awesome.
Absolutely, man. 4, what about you?
I'm jealous that Speedy got esteemed like that.
You could have had one too if you really wanted.
Yeah, for enough money, you can pay to have one.
For enough money.
Why not? Oh my gosh. I feel a little bad because Gertie is the kind of guy that goes all in, and he is like, he understands what sort of den he's in right now. He understands that they're not in danger, but they're in a place of danger, and
It's true.
he's gonna apologize later, I'm gonna tell you that, but he operates very differently in these sort of circumstances where he can actually like have someone to talk to instead of someone who's a raving mad, insane pig monster with a crab man stuck out of him. It's just, this is a totally different challenge.
We're gonna be counting on you and Vesper.
I have
on
the
Felix
best
good.
persuasion. I don't know if
gotta-
it's sexy enough though.
We're gonna
We're
look
gonna
through
find
the hole in
out.
your chest and see our way out of this situation. That's the plan.
All right. Oh
Like
man.
it. I like it.
Okay then. But my name is Four. I am on the Twitch stream on the Forefront, and you can find me on the Twitter page on the Forefronts. And I have a very exciting announcement, because usually I would just say, "Oh, I don't do anything on the internet because I'm a lame-o, and I'll be here next week." But now I'd like to tell all of you that May 19th and May 18th at 6 o'clock Eastern Time to 10 o'clock hopefully, you'll be able to catch me as a dungeon master for Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition. I'll be running one homebrew campaign on May 18th. That's called the Festival of Colors. And a run-through on the 19th of Out of the Abyss. Now, I could tell you about, the homebrew, all that, but I'm just going to let you know that Out of the Abyss, it's a little different. We're doing no party mode, where there are no player characters to save the day, just the maddened, hopeless prisoners of Velkenvelv that you might have run across if you ran this game before. So it's sure to be a lot different than what you expected, and I'm definitely going to assure you that Festival of Colors is going to be
That's cool.
very fun. I look forward to finally bringing out my DM chops to everyone on the stream.
Yeah. Rock and roll,
Absolutely,
dude. You can do
absolutely.
it.
Go. Well, make
Vote
sure
for you.
make sure you drop some links of that here and in Discord, and we will, if we're around, we'll absolutely come check that out and support. So go follow him if you haven't already, guys. And last but not least, Lisa.
Hello. Sorry I was so late. There was police activity outside on my street. I don't know what that was.
They weren't here for you
And traffic. They weren't
this
allegedly.
time.
Crazy. I hope they're
Actually,
gone by
the
now.
5th.
That was amazing, and I loved watching all that RP. I totally feel like we're in the Citadel and / Hotel California / nightclub in Blade. I think it's going to rain
Yeah.
blood from the sky at this festival dinner. I think it's going to be horrifically delicious.
Now I have to go. I have to
oh
go
my
back
God.
and now I have to go back and watch Blade because I don't remember that scene.
Ooh,
It's in the
you're
very
gonna love
beginning.
it.
Yeah, no,
Very
I
beginning.
probably seen it. I just don't remember the specifics about it because it's been a very long
Yeah.
time.
How could you not remember that crazy?
It's
Go watch it. Go
it's
watch
been a
it.
very long
know,
time.
I'm with you,
Inspiration.
like,
I need
but it's-
I need more inspiration.
Was it Blade 1 or Blade 2 or Blade 3?
I don't remember.
The one with
I
Ryan.
think
The one
it's
with Ryan
one.
Reynolds.
Yeah, exactly.
I think it's one. I think it's one. I'm not sure. I haven't watched them all, but I think it's one.
One started off.
It's
with
really
me.
iconic, right? In the nightclub, and it rains blood and blah blah blah.
I'll
So,
watch Blade again just to watch it.
right.
Hey, there you go.
It's just an excuse.
I'm Danger Lily on Twitch, and I am Lisa Bell on Twitter. And this Tuesday is the last day of season 1 of an audio drama I'm in called Sight Unseen, and there's 5 or 6 episodes so far. So, and they're all free on iTunes or on Wondery.com, WONDERY.com. And we're number 42 for podcasts right now, and we're just 5 weeks in, so that's pretty cool. And
Nice.
season 2 and season 3 are coming up. And we have an amazing cast. Lisa Renee Pitts is in Sweat on Broadway right now, and she's in the podcast and it's audio drama. It's really, really good.
Awesome.
And I just did an amazing, crazy, cool villain thing, and I can't talk about it. But it was an amazing,
Yeah, you
amazing,
are.
amazing day. I said
Awesome.
nothing.
Cool.
I love.
Oh, we'll
I-
be
I-
ready for it when you can.
I know nothing.
I know, I
Uh,
I totally understand.
It-
That's cool though.
absolutely.
She's gonna break.
That's good.
That-
That's
by
good
the-
news that you're excited about it.
Yeah, that's gonna be a
That's
common
fine.
thing. Lisa working on amazing things and not telling us
I
any of
can't
it.
tell you that. I'm sorry, I know
It's
it's
good.
horrible.
Oh my
All
god.
good.
Well, my name, thank you so much. Go check her out on Twitter if you haven't. The link is right there. My name, of course, is Askren. I am your host and dungeon master here on Exploding Dice. You can follow me on social media. It's just at Askren. Dicethulu has the link for you there. Or if you have not already, please hit that follow button and join us just like... no, I'm gonna go to Stream Labels to check out. USMC, Mogvet, and Game Breakers RPG, and Accidental Legend did before. Thank you guys for following and welcome. Oh, and also X-Recon Guy, thank you for following and welcome to the madness. You guys can join us here. We have right now 2, coming up on 3. We Jade Regent just went on a hiatus, but we're going to be doing something else on Sundays to bring it back up to 3 nights a week of live role playing here as always. This month, when it comes to the talk show though, is packed full of some of the coolest guests imaginable. I can drop some specifics for you. I think I'm taking off that Tuesday because that Friday next Friday I'm gonna be hanging out with Margaret Crone from the Lost Initiative show. She's an actor and a streamer and just an awesome person by herself. Then the week after that is Satine Phoenix is going to be in. We finally got that scheduled. Then the week after that, I'm hanging out with Jason, Charles, Miller, and Amy Vorpal, 2 awesome friends of mine from over at Geek and Sundry. And then after that is going to be the Crit Juice podcast. So it's going to be a full week of a full month of amazing content. So come back here. Also, if you guys have not entered the giveaway right there, the Dicethulu has the link for you. Again, Dwarven Forge. You can win Dwarven Forge. That's going to be going on all this month. If you're already following on Twitter, you're already following on Twitch, you've got entries, so go claim them. And thank you to everyone who dropped bits in the channel. We are enjoying that affiliate hype. We're probably going to be doing some social games tomorrow, a community night, so make sure you suggest what you want to play. I don't really know what social games people play, like Jackbox and other things like that. Like, you'll have to throw me some suggestions, because I don't know how that works.
Drawful. Let's play Drawful.
Sure, why not?
Yeah.
I don't know. Suggest it on...
Crush everyone with your amazing art.
So I promise I won't use my tablet. Just go drop those on Discord if you're not already hanging out on Discord. That's the link right there. there. That's where all of the Exploding Dice community is, and it's just a great place to hang out. I think, are going to go on a raid, and I'm looking at who is here online, but you know what? I think we're going to change it up a little bit, because I love her stream, and I want to go hang out with her, and she's amazing. We're going to go raid my friend Kiwo, who is online right now playing Intruder. So here's what I want you guys to do. It's going to be !raid Kiwo. It's just Kiwo. And I want you to go into her chat and spam the hell out of it with the word Exploding Dice Raid, and also lots and lots of butts. And fuck Brad if you want to. That's always a good one. Cause we share a hatred for Brad Wodo. So that is going to be it for us, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out. You guys are amazing. Thank you guys for the support. Thank you guys for coming out and chilling with us. And thank you for enjoying this campaign. It means so much to me. I'm so glad you guys are having a good time. Huge thanks to my players. You guys are fantastic every week. Big shouts to you guys. We will see you... I'm just some guy. We will see you all tomorrow for community games, and then on Monday for creative night. Thank you guys for hanging out. As always, we'll see you next time, but don't let Dice Thulu get his tentacles on you, because he might get you naked and get into some really weird blood play.
Serious.
Take care, everyone.
You never know.
Bye, guys.